Hey y'all, happy Sunday. How is everyone? Let me make sure that we are live. Do the YouTube test. Now it wants me to rate YouTube. I was watching Miss Helen's sale. Why do I have a ad? Hello, Miss Sandy. How are you today? Thank you for joining me today. I'm super excited to open this little album. Hey, Miss Helen, how are you? Thank you for coming by. I was needing to make sure that I kept myself on task because I was watching Miss Helen's sale. We need to skip through the ads. Okay, so good morning, good morning. Thank y'all for joining me this morning. Hey, Geneva, how are you? I'm super excited about going through the last and final item of the auction. Now they had another auction, but it was really, really small. So it's too close to this one to be going to another one, y'all. I mean, come on. And also, it is no makeup Sunday because I have already been up. Oh my gosh, I was crazy this morning. I got up and started pulling out Christmas. And was like, well, I'll just take this down. Oh, well, let me quickly like just put this up. So everything is in place except the lights on the house outside. Hey, Jerry, how are you? So I've been up pulling out Christmas, putting stuff out in the yard, on the house, um, doing all the things this morning. So my goal is to get the outside done today. I did put a few things here and there in the house. I really want to do the collaboration that Aaron from the Collection Vintage and Misty and Alex are doing. But you have to have your video up by December 1st, ready to go at 9 a.m. So I don't know about that. We'll do the best that we can do. And then also the Ho Ho Holiday Tree Collab that Miss Martha from Vintage Conversation and Tammy at Vintage Uprising, Texas. This is their third annual, and I participated in the other two. And I really would like to participate in that one. It's just your Christmas tree. Like you can either show setting up a Christmas tree or the decorations on your tree or whatever. And so this year, I think I'm going to do my kitchen tree. Um, that's one I haven't really spotlighted before. So I'm not even putting up all my decorations this year, y'all. I'm only putting up like I think I said I always do the two two trees in the front of the house because there's windows there and I like the aesthetic of it. So it may just be that one and the family tree in the living room, which I think I'm gonna do a little tree this year because I'm traveling anyway. So I mean, I'm not going to be here. I'm not hosting anything this year. So I think I'm going to dial back my decorations, but probably will still do my kitchen because I love all of the baking stuff. So let me know how y'all are coming along. Are you putting up Christmas decorations? Are you not putting them up? Are you done? Are yours up? Let me know how things are going. Um, I am going to go through the lot that I had to win. Y'all, I had to win that. There was one other person bidding against me, and I really didn't know they were bidding against me at first. And then I realized it. I had looked at it briefly. I don't really spend, when I go to the auction, I don't really spend a lot of time looking at the box at one time. I might circle around it like two or three times. Because I just kind of feel like people think you're really interested in that. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. If you go to auctions, let me know. Y'all put it in the chat. Um, but I didn't spend a lot of time. I saw the cover and I wasn't even sure. I'm not even sure if there's pictures in all of it. So let me show you what we're going to go through today. I'm not going to stay on too long today, y'all, because I just want to go through this because I got to get my Christmas lights up. So nobody in our neighborhood has their Christmas up, and typically once I put mine up, I'm always the first one. I don't know why, because I'd wait until after Thanksgiving. But typically after I put mine up, I guess I guilt my neighbors and they start putting theirs up. So we'll see. I got a couple of new neighbors. We'll see how that goes. So this is what I saw when I was at the auction. Hey, Catherine, how are you? Thanks so much for coming. I know this is kind of right up your alley, so I'm excited. Maybe you'll be able to help me. I did do good with the auction items. So this one was pricey, y'all. And I got so excited. Actually, Catherine, I like messaged Catherine from the auction. And I was like, girl, look what I just got. Because I know that, she knows a lot about this. And I was just super excited about it. I don't think it's in as good of condition as I would have liked it to be, but and Catherine put in any information. So this is the lot that I saw. And so it does have some pictures here, and then it has this album. So I thought um, we will look at the extra pictures first, just because they're here. Plus, it'll give me a little bit of space. I want y'all to see the album, though. So it's got like a velvet type of cover on it. Now, I don't know if those are initials or that's just design. It looks like a B. Um, I won't be in that good of condition after. Yeah, probably. Now, this is messed up here, but you know what? It's not that bad on the bottom, but look at the lock on it. Look at the hinge, the clasp, the whatever you call it. That I thought was pretty cool. Now, the back, the spine is gone. Um, it says album on the cover. Oh God, it does say album on the cover. Look, ALBUM. See, I can't even see that. Hold on. Sure enough. Hey, Dolo girl. Thank you so much for being with me yesterday for Small Business Saturday. That was a lot of fun. But look at this. This is what I was so enthralled with. Now, I really couldn't see it when I first looked at it, but once and it's super heavy. So I'm hoping there's pictures in there. I'm hoping that each one of those has at least one picture. So y'all, I paid $50 for that box, the album, and I don't know if all the pictures are in there, and the extra pictures. So anything for me? Really anything? I don't know, Dolo. I'm just going to show you some of the pictures. Now, I did look at one of these pictures. So I try to do a little bit of research. I'll have to figure out which, it's this one. I'll show you in a sec. I did find it back 1890 to 1900. I did find this company, this name. There was a document that I actually ran across. I did a deep dive. I went down the rabbit hole, around the corner, all the things, and ended up with this document of antique photography people and photography companies. So I thought that was pretty cool. And this one was on there, and it did say like 1890, I want to say 1890, 1892 to 1900. So I am guessing that there are going to be some vintage, possibly some antiques in here. I'm guessing the majority of these are antiques. Um, and I don't know if there's any true tin types. Well, there's not, I don't think so in what I'm seeing, but there are some cabinet cards. So what I'm saying is I don't think there's any metal in here. Um, and you'll have to let me know if you think that it's a reproduction. Some of this will be weeding through because I'll like this one will go in the trash. Um, hey, Miss Patricia, how are you? Now this one will go in the trash, but I don't know if you can see it. It's like see the little farm shed here and the little water tower. but I won't be able to use that one. Um, this one is, I mean, some of these are a little worse for wear. And I don't think you can wipe these, right? Like, I shouldn't even try to attempt with the very damp cloth to wipe these. Y'all let me know. Um, there's not really a lot of dust on them. So, but I also think that, um, like, remember those glass bottles that I got? Remember all those glass bottles? So for these little ones like this, I think if you even put this in on the back of the glass bottle where you could see, because it's not gonna fit in, but if you like decoupaged it or whatever and put it up against the back, you won't be able to see it, but like put it like this so you could see through it, but it's a glass bottle. That might work. I mean, you can also craft with that or something. So don't clean them, just leave them foxing. Discoloration spots will stay. Okay, thanks, Catherine. This is the one that I looked up, and it is Knowlton. I want to say this is WO. I found a Knowlton W. Um, and this was at 1026 O Street in Lincoln, Nebraska. So that's what I was looking up. Um, and this is the little picture that is on there. Now, somebody says a 16 by 20. I don't know if that's what they were going to order and if these are like samples. So, do you know, Catherine, if these are like samples of cards? But why? I mean, nobody looks happy. I don't know. So I know that some of these cards go from like $1, and then some of them, depending on the subject, they could go much more. I see them here between $5 and $8, and then you'll see some of them, depending on the subject and the clarity of the picture. Some of them go for 10 and 12, but I don't know even how many I have in here. This one looks like they did. Look at that dapper guy. Let's see if they could have gotten larger prints. Yeah, maybe. This is just like a little, somebody cut that one and put it in this little, like a little, I guess, what they would consider matting. So I got that one. Now, see, I think this one is pretty cool. I like the matting on this. Let me see if I can get the glare off of it. But because it is very glossy. They're very glossy. There you go. So I think I like this one. Then here is another one. Look at that hairdo. I think I've worn that hairdo. If only my neck was that thin. Oh, wow. So those are pretty cool. This one is Town Star Gallery out of Rockford, Illinois. It just says P.O. Block. Negatives preserved for future orders. So apparently that's a negative. Very spooky to me. So these give me very much so Halloween vibes to use. This one is, I think this one's in pretty bad shape. And I guess you're calling it foxing. No, you didn't miss much. I'm just starting. But there is a baby in there. So, I mean, I guess you can see it a little bit. And I guess what's that? I don't even know what that is. What do you think that is? Like an 5 by 8, maybe? Maybe a 5 by 8. This one is W.D. Gibbons. Gibbons? No. Yeah, Gibbons out of Nebraska. I think that's what that says. I have my mom got me one of those lights. I tell y'all all the time that kind of magnifies it. But some of these could also be in craft lots. I think this one is really good. A.L. Monroe, but I can't really see it. This is a really good one. I think this one's really good. I like the full picture. It's in good condition. Love that lace panel back there. Maybe hidden mother is desirable. The baby has a hidden mother. This one, oh no, no, no. This one is hidden mother. That's the mom back here, right? Uh, Catherine, y'all, and don't look at my fingernails. Let me just say, first of all, I haven't been able to have my nails done because something happened to one of the joints in my fingers and they didn't want me to get my nails done, which is totally out of my comfort zone. But so I haven't been able to do that. And then today, a squirrel moment, I was outside doing stuff and I saw some weeds. So I decided to repot and plant some plants and pull some weeds. So now there's dirt all in my fingers. Yes, the mother is hidden. The mother is covered holding the baby. Well, thank you for that. Um, I'd love to look this underneath that. Yeah, I see her now. I would love to look this at this under the magnifying light. Um, and so I don't know, maybe that looks just like a regular chair though. This one's baby's a little bit older, but I thought this one was really good. Very clear. You look at the curtain turned up right there. It's kind of turned a little bit and then it's got one of the skin rugs. Um, again, I paid $50 for the whole lot. This is G. Wallace Wright Photography out of Iowa. Negatives retained for future orders, 1880. Yeah, I saw it. I had to get it done. So it does say, oh, why won't this focus? It does say 1880 right there. Look at this one. She's happy. She's like, do I really have to put up Christmas decorations? Yeah, I decided to do that, Christy, in my spare time. This one, I can't tell what, I think it's just something on the picture, but this one is more like, I would say this one is not as old, or am I wrong, y'all? Because this looks like the glossy, almost black and white, how they're just developing, starting the development. But I thought that was really good. I'd like to get this off because and look at it. They were all happy back then, right? And here's another one of these. I do if I can't use the photo, I do like the little matte thing that these are in. We've had a couple of those. These are sisters. This is out of Iowa, Best Superior Finish. There's that one. And these would be cabinet cards, correct, y'all? Because they are the um cardstock, cardboard. So I just want to make sure that I don't sound too stupid. A.L. Monroe, don't give me the line. This says A.L. Monroe, very distinguished chap. I'm gonna start putting these in frames. Oh, this one's definitely my family. I'm gonna start telling people. Goldsberry, Chariton, Iowa. I love the design on the bottom. And look, this is my 3 times great uncle. I don't know. I just made that up. What do you think? He's probably a doctor or a banker. Let's make up a whole story about these. This one I saw the other day, just because I dropped all the extras. I was trying to take a picture. This one I love, and this is an old schoolhouse. Look at the kids in school. I love this one. So there's some kids in the school with the stove and the benches. You see, they got their little books and everything. Oh my gosh. Look at that wallpaper back there or whatever it is. Books right here. I thought this one was super, super cute. I'd love to put that in, like a frame. Now this one, I'm gonna guess is a wedding. Y'all let me know if you think this is a wedding. Let me know if you think that that one is a wedding. I mean, she's in white. He's in a dark suit. Thrilled they are. Thrilled. Um, I've decided she is a saloon owner. This is Owens out of Darksville, New York. Darksville? Darville? I would tell you a story about my fictional Uncle Felix, full life story through the antique mall. I know, let's just make one up. One room schoolhouse, so great. I know, I love that one. So I've decided that she's the saloon owner. I think she's a saloon owner or something. I don't feel like she's a madam. My spirit guides are telling me that she's a saloon owner. She looks pretty tough. Like she ain't taking no junk from you people. Don't even try it. I do like her. It does say Owen, Darsville, New York. So I got them from Iowa, New York. This one was pretty cool. Showing a tad. Her skirt is I don't know what's going on here. This says to my aunt Sophia. Oh, on the back, Madam Drake. So to my aunt Sophia, and this says Chicago $1.25 gallery, and then this is the little lady here. It's got like a petticoat or a little, what do you call that, over the little piece that you do and you tack up. Scarlett had several over hers. So that one was cool. Here's another one of these. This one was from Trilby Photos. This is a proof, and it says send for illustrated catalogs of some kind of jewelry. Latest photos are 25 cents or $3 per dozen. On the saloon owner's waistline might be edited. I can't quite tell because she may have been edited smaller. Well, more power to her. I want to be edited smaller. Is that a thing? I don't know. They're pretty tiny back then. So this is a proof. She's smiling, y'all. She's smiling. She's probably running away from somebody. Here's another guy. And this is probably a sheriff. It says Leo Brown on the back. So Leo, see, it says Leo Brown. This must be Leo Brown. But I do love this little matting thing. I keep saying that, but I do. This one says, oh, Lord. I don't know what that says, y'all. Hold on. Let me show you the picture while I get out my camera so I can magnify, because that's what old people do now. We get out our camera to magnify things. And oh Lord, I done magnified it so much I can't see it. Marth 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 Marthel John Studios, and that's out of Victoria, Texas. I don't know, y'all. The story behind this one, I feel the story behind this one is he was a little privileged. I feel like he may have been a little privileged. Yeah, they are nice. This is from GW Carpenter out of Leon, Iowa, and this looks like a saloon. Now, I think this is pretty cool. The stories that you could make up based on these photos. I mean, there's a kid in there. It's either a train station or some type of restaurant. They're waiting on something, and I can't quite figure out what it is. I don't know if that would have been like in the newspaper This is Ed Beyer Leach Gallery in McCook, Nebraska. I feel like his arm is really big. I feel like his arm right there is much bigger than his other arm. Why do I feel like that? Anybody else? And they have to be brother and sister because they look a whole lot alike. I mean, that arm looks really big. Saloon, courtroom. This one I think is too sweet. Look at her on her little tricycle with her bonnet. Look at that. Isn't that darling? Now she's great. I really like her. I don't I'm getting wooden arm from the war maybe. Okay, I feel like this is okay, but then look at the person in the black. Look at their eyes. It's like they don't have pupils. And I'm assuming that's two women, but this one, look at the eyes. There's something going on, funny business with the eyes on that one. Here's another one of these. I don't know, Catherine, um, would you use the matting and take the pictures out, or what do you think? Because I really like the matting. MP Howers photographer, East Rockford, Illinois. There's this gentleman. Ugh, coffin and then edited. Did somebody lay down? All right, that's just too much, Miss Patricia. I think she's a school teacher or a preacher's wife, but the matting again is fabulous. So look at the matting, look at the texture in the matting, and then don't y'all think she's either a teacher or a like preacher's wife or something like that? I don't know. I just feel like, that's what she is. Then there's this one from Smith in Chicago. And I'm not sure I think this is a picture of a picture. I don't really upcycle photos, but it is a possibility. Okay, so you see that it has a good matting on it, right? Okay, then it looks like this piece right here is a picture. Then this looks like some type of cemetery wreath, and then there's a picture in the center. You know how you get the cemetery wreaths? But I could be wrong, y'all. I mean, I'm just making up stories on this stuff because it's pretty interesting. Oh, I'm sorry, Catherine. Yeah, because this is another Smith. This also looks like a wedding, but um nobody is looking at each other. So you know how you take wedding photos today and y'all look into each other's eyes and nobody's looking at anybody here. No, there one is looking this way, one is looking that way. I guess nobody's touching anyone, but I don't know. And then let me just show you which ones. I want the wreath. Okay, I'll put it to the side. I will I'll get with you. Okay, so here's my favorite. And I think it's the subject matter. I love this. It has a dog. Look at they got a dog. Oh my gosh, I love this picture. I love it. I can't decide if it's like a German shepherd mixed with a pug, but look at how darling. I mean, they got a dog. That's my favorite. I mean, hands down, so far, this one is my favorite. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 34 outside of the album. Now remember I paid $50. So, Catherine, the dog will be valuable $15 plus auction on eBay. That's what I was going to ask. Catherine, I'm actually going to send this to you as an early Christmas gift. You have always been so kind and helpful to me. So, I'm going to send this to you. Merry Christmas. This is going to be your Christmas present. But I have no idea. That's what I was going to say, what these photos go for. I just wanted it because I wanted it. I wanted the album because I wanted the album. So I am going to be gifting this one to Catherine for Christmas and for her collection. She's a huge supporter of me and answers all my silly questions. But 32 so far. I paid $50 for the lot, and now we're going to open this. I think that Catherine and I kind of talked a little bit about it. And again, I'm asking her because I know she does a lot with the photos. Now, because of the condition of the album, I don't think the album itself, unless somebody was going to, like, somebody just wanted the two pieces and to display it like this, because I'm more interested in the photos. I'd rather sell the photos individually than the whole album. One is weight. Two, I don't know what kind of photos are there in here. But I know that for me, if you put an old book that didn't have a cover and painted it silver, right? A thick book and painted it silver from an old book on the sides, and you just displayed it like this and used it as a riser, you would still get the same effect, because it's not like you're going to put this up and somebody's going to look through it, right? Because that's what I would do. I would replace the pages just to keep it with the thickness of this, and then use this whole thing as a riser. So let's open it up. So I'm going to show y'all that you unhook it like this, and then you would open. Now I have not opened this, so I have no idea if there's even pictures in here. So this is the inside. This is the inside of it. That's the front cover. Well, there's one picture, and the rest of these are actually together. So we're going to look at them like this. Look at those babies. Look at how cute. Look how darling those are. All right, let me see something, because the cover, there is a lot of pictures in here. Okay. I don't rightfully know how to do it. Oh, now let me see what the next one is. Here is a family photo. That's a whole family. And then a single little girl. I say she's a young girl. Yeah, it looks like there's pictures. I love this one because I like the fogginess of it. Look at that one. It says if you try to get the photos out, if they are cabinet cards, you'll probably ruin the album. The holders will rip. Oh, oh gosh. Okay. Okay, well, here's another guy. He's dapper. Look at him. He's got spectacles on. It looks like he's got spectacles on. Well, there are photos There are a bunch of photos. So far, there's a photo on every page. There's this lady. I'm having to look at my iPad to see what y'all are seeing, y'all. I like her jewelry. And then now is this the same lady? Hold on. Is this the bar manager, the saloon owner? I don't know what she's called. I just call her the saloon owner. Hold on, I'm trying to find her picture. Isn't she the same one? I think she's the same girl. Let's take a vote. Is she the same girl? I think she is. All right, so they must have went with their photo. They must have liked their photo. Oh my oh my word. Okay. Look at those nuggets with the curly hair. Look at that curly haired beautiful child. On your screen, I think she's on the right. Oh my gosh, with her hands clasped. If there is a photo on a page, keep it together. Families, the collectors will want the photo, the families. I'm trying. Hold on. Now here's this one. Look at the little cheeky, smiley one over here on that side over there. Ugh. All right. Okay, we got these two dudes. Uh, I don't know the family though. And then this group, I see a little lazy eye. I used to be diagnose developmental delays. I'm like, oh, a little lazy eye. But what about those shoulder collars? What is that the baby has on? I don't know anything about that. And I'm trying to not mess it up. Oh, I have another one. Oh Lord. See, it's starting to tear because, hold on. Ugh. Look, there's another one of the dog. Now I don't feel so bad because I'm keeping the dog picture. There's another one of those. I don't know who these people are. He's a big dude. He's really tall. Yeah, that he's a large gentleman. So there is a break in the paper, and this is another mother photo, a hidden mother, but I don't know if it's the same kid. Hey, Miss Joyce, how are you? And then look at that little baby. Look at that face, that curl. Look at those curls. Oh my gosh. So darling. Yeah, so that's when it breaks apart. Catherine, that's when it breaks apart. Hey God, it's so heavy. My gosh, this baby is cute. Here are some sisters, but it's very bright. Sisters talking in the garden, maybe. Yeah, they're just sitting there. Here's another gentleman. I'm wondering if all of these are the same family. Ooh, now this one, gosh, either he's so handsome he looks like a drawing, or he was a drawing. But isn't he that he's handsome? Those deep set eyes. I don't know about that part looking like alfalfa. And this lady, I feel like I've seen her before. but I'm not sure. So far we've had a picture on every page. Oh, I bet you he was handsome. Okay, let me show you this guy. These two. Can you see those? But look at this guy. Look, I bet you he had steel blue eyes and light colored hair. Uncovering the history of this family would be very interesting. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Look at that baby on a rocking horse. It's like a glider, right, y'all? Oh my gosh. And then here's another baby. That might be the same baby that was in the other one, but they were smiling. Do you still think behind that dotted cloth is the mom? You see that? You see the dotted cloth on the side? That has to be a mom, right? Another hidden mom picture. Ah! Okay, there's another break in it, but I didn't do it that time. Look at these. I was trying to hold them all together, but like I said, there's some breaks in these. There's those three. I'm wondering if they were still the three, which is kind of good because y'all, that thing is heavy. All right, here's the next section. Here's that same girl. We have one of her pictures, remember? Hey, Angela. I'm getting all my lives out and in because um I go back to work tomorrow, y'all. So sad. Okay, this one was, there's another guy. He's got a pocket watch. But yeah, I go back to work tomorrow, so I've got a lot of work to do today. All right, let's see. Here is possibly the mom. It's hard to tell on webcam on my phone. It kind of looked like a person. This is a younger kid. Oh, here's another little wedding photo. It has to be a wedding photo. And there's that lady again, telling you, she's running stuff. She's running stuff. I'm at work, off tomorrow, thankfully. Well, I'm glad you're getting a day off, Angela. Hey, Mary. I'm undoing all of these. Okay. So, Catherine, I think we have a picture of this one. This is a funeral card. This is a funeral card. Miss Della Gert, born August 8th, I'm trying to read it, y'all. 1871, died, let me read it. Born August 5th, 1871, died June 22nd, 1904, aged 32 years, 10 months, and 7 days. Gone but not forgotten. Look at that. That's really cool. That is probably the coolest piece. And then here's this little group. I mean, is she a single mom? Or it was just a mom with I feel like they're getting closer to the 1900s. Okay. I got a whole story about these sisters. Want to hear it? Here goes. So this one, let me see. Let me see. Let me look at that again. This one, I don't know. The way she's sitting, the way her jar, this is a beautiful, that's a beautiful funeral card with that card and the dog. That album together will sell well. I feel like there's some type of disability based on her jawline and everything, just looking at her face. Now this one is mean as a snake. She is mean as a snake. And this is the meek and mild. She's probably the caregiver, but she looks mean as a snake. Yeah, that's my story. I'm sticking to it. Now here are some mini pictures. They're a little dark. I know we shouldn't gossip. We shouldn't. I'm making up a story. I'm not gossiping. I don't know these people. All right. These are some little pictures. Telling you what I know from my business. Look at this little cutie right here. Now I don't know if that's the same kid. Do y'all think that's the same kid? And then this little girl's cute, but this looks like grand. I don't know if this is no, this is like I feel like this is a little bit older, like closer to 1900s. And then these look like some older people, but I remember like people looking older. I guess they worked really really hard. So, and then this, so this is says Gibbon Stewart, Nebraska. Look at this darling little fella right here. Okay, let me show you this one. That's a cute little baby right here. And of course, another hidden mother you can see now that Catherine has pointed it out. But look at this little fella. Well, I guess it's a little boy. Could be a little girl with those little tight curls. And there's another family picture. And then we have the last page has actually got it. Okay, remember that picture I showed you at the beginning where I couldn't really make it out? Next to the Christmas tree is a good one. Did I have a Christmas tree? Did we have a Christmas tree? Oh, we did have a Christmas tree. Gosh, she's so observant. I'm trying to find out where that glare there. I'm looking at the kids. She's looking at the background. Okay, this one is, remember the picture at the beginning where I said Angela, I'm basically calculating in my head. All right, so I'm going to show you these pictures down here. Now, there is one of the ones with the matting, right? And then there are two. Maybe this is their homestead, because you remember the picture that I said there's the building and the water tower. So I don't know. I'm with Catherine on these because they don't feel like cabinet cards. They feel like photos. And that's the end of the book. Oof, try not to get it to tear. I don't think this is going to come out. So there's 4, 8, 12, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 34 pictures. 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48. There's 48 pictures in the album. So 48 pictures in the album, plus the album and the other pictures. I paid, so 48 and 35. Somebody do the math really quick. That's 83, right? So like 83 pictures total plus the album, and I paid $50 for it. So I don't sell on eBay. I know Dolores is going to work on that with me, but I don't sell on eBay. And Catherine is saying that if I take them out, I might ruin them. But I don't know, Catherine, with it being like this, do you think that it would still sell? Because it is a little messed up. I don't know what oh, your card's over there. So what do y'all think? I mean, I like just the pictures. Now, Catherine's saying not to take it apart. I was going to take it apart and then use the album another way. But then again, I don't know much about photo albums and photos and all of that. Um, I believe the album with all the photos would bring a decent price. The photos will sell. Um, so I would start the album at 80 and the whole lot 100 plus. I would keep it together. So you're talking about the lot, right? Like the extra pictures and the photo album intact for 100 plus. Um, so I'm gonna look at the pictures and see there was a couple of duplicates, right? In there that we sat. Now this lady, she must be the family organizer. And this is the one that I was talking about because it looks like the same barn in there. You can keep the duplicate dog photo. Oh, I'm keeping the duplicate dog photo. And I'm keeping the schoolhouse photo. And I really like, hey Heidi, and I really like that one too. But, I would I want to look at it through, oops, drop some, but I really like that one. Um, this one is a proof because we saw that girl in there. I really like this guy too. So I don't know. Y'all let me know what you think. If you're watching the replay and you know anything about photos, chime in. I am probably going to ask Catherine a few more questions when I'm ready to do something with it. Right now, my goal is to get the Christmas lights up. That's about it. I don't think we saw. Oh, y'all stop. That is so good. So right now my goal is to get the Christmas lights up and do these things, and I would keep it together worth more, and it's great to keep family together. Oh, thank you, Catherine. I appreciate you. Oh, all right. He says keep it together. And how are you this morning? Good morning. Sorry. Now, Catherine, I am going to send you that one card. But some of these, now that she's mentioned that, and this, you can actually see the hidden mother card, this hidden mother in there. But I didn't know if there was going to be any post-mortem. But I do think that the funeral card is a wonderful, wonderful addition to that. And I'll have to go back and look and see if, hey, Val, how are you? I'll have to go back and see if we had a picture of that girl before the funeral. But so that card helps me date the album, right? And what was it, like 1871 to, she was 37, right? 37 years old, and she was born August 5th, 1871. So this is an antique album. But I think it does span. I think it spans into, the early 1900s. Um, and it's got a place for some little pieces. So, we'll see. Um, I don't know if taking them out, like you said, is going to mess them up. I mean, I'm starting to see that maybe it would mess them up. That funeral card gives it providence. Someone will buy it to research the family off of that. Yeah, that's a valid and good statement, Catherine, because at least you have a name. Now one of these had Leo Brown in it, and I think there was another Grit. Wasn't there another name that had Grit or something? Um, but some of these photos are from all over, and maybe they just put the extra photos in here because I had some from Victoria, I had some from Iowa, I had some from New York. Um, I can't remember where else I had them, but I think that's really cool. So what do people do with these albums? Do they just they have a collection of antique family albums, or do they use it for research? Could one of the family members have been a photographer? There's a lot of photos of this family, even for a wealthy family, it seems. I don't know. I mean, like I said, hey, Miss Martha, sorry. I just talked about your tree collab. I'm working on it. I'm trying so hard. Um, there are multiple different photographer companies and different states in here. Now, most of the variations of those come from these extra cards, but I just can't get over how dadburn cute she is. I mean, that is just too cute. There are genealogy nerds who would buy it to research and add photos to families to trees for families. Ah, okay, great. That makes sense. But and I especially like this. So like this one was out of Iowa, but I have multiple. Now I don't have multiples of this, but I have multiples out of Iowa. This does look like some type of, I don't know if it's a store, a train station, or what. I did not find any of the post mortem. I was kind of looking for that, but I still think for $50, what do y'all think? Do you think, I mean, I would have loved to get it cheaper, but I was getting outbid and I didn't want to lose because I was nosy. I wanted to wanted to know what was in the album because I was afraid to work with the latch while they were bidding. I do honestly think that someone opened it and that's why there's a break because before when I was holding it up and looking at the binding, I you can double your investment. That sounds fair. Um when I turned it before, it didn't like shift. And I think that somebody must have opened it to see if there were cards. I was hoping there was cards on both sides. Part of your cost is your pleasure when with it before you sell it. Yeah. And there's a couple that of the loose ones that I'm just going to keep. I'm just going to keep some of the loose ones, mainly because I like them, especially the one with the dog. Martha, did you see the one with the dog? Oh, I just can't get over the dogs. I do like this guy. I do like that guy. Um, Heidi, did I say hey to you? And I do like the schoolhouse because you know my great grandmother was the first one of the first special education teachers. She taught in a one-room schoolhouse. She had everything from deaf, blind to learning disabled in a one-room schoolhouse. And so that, of course, and my previous educational experience, that picture resonates. That's okay, Miss Sandy. You can go back and watch the replay. But I think I'm happy with it. It was less than $1 a picture, even for the little ones. And when I specifically was looking at antique and photos and cabinet cards and things like that at $5 a piece. Now the ones that are out, there's a couple that are too bright in the photo album, but otherwise I think the photo album was in pretty good condition except that outside cover. So I might vacuum it up a little bit, because I'm not going to wipe it down because Catherine said don't wipe it down. But I'll probably just vacuum it up, with like a soft little baby brush. um, and just see if I can get the big dust, because honestly, I didn't do anything to it. I literally put it to the side until I could go live and do it. So I think overall it was pretty good. When I'm ready, Catherine, and when I have a few minutes to think, I will probably contact you about those. Enjoy it for a while before selling it. And see, again, I would have taken all those pictures out and I would have sold off the pictures one by one and then created and used it for a riser. But what do I know? What do I know? I don't know anything about these. So, yeah, I have everything from Iowa, Nebraska, Texas. I think I had a Wisconsin, I had a New York, and those are just the ones that are marked. I had a couple of Iowas, but I don't know. I'll have to get, and they're different companies too. So I don't know where this one was, but remember in your spare time, right? We had this girl in the album, and this says to my aunt Sophia. So there is a little bit of information to drop for a genealogist to look into this. But yeah, the extra ones, I mean, there were what, 35 on the outside of this, and there were what, almost 40 something on the inside. I have no idea. But I thought it was pretty cool. I was at the auction. I saw the picture of the album and I went there specifically to look at the album. Because again, like I don't go but maybe once or twice, maybe one, probably about twice a year. I go, and sometimes I go and there's nothing. There's nothing that, let me just put it this way, there's nothing that I'm interested in. But I try to look at pictures when they do post them. That's the other thing, is sometimes I don't get that they're even posting or that they're having an auction. So it's kind of hit and miss. Um, and it takes a long time to get there. So, but I think it's pretty good. Thank y'all so much for your help today. And thank y'all for joining me to do that, to go through this. That's it. That's it. That's all of the, it's all of the auction. And I'm kind of sad. But I think I've got enough to process to last me, oh, at least till January. Inventory to process. And then I just got to worry about, getting it sold and everything. So Dolores is going to kind of, well, if her nerves can take it, she's going to kind of show me like eBay. And I've done eBay before, but that's been 20 years ago and so much has changed. I think for me it is making sure that I do a good listing, because Missy actually just asked me this question yesterday. They were so kind, and she and a couple of other people promoted our live sale extravaganza for Shop Small Business, which is very appreciated. And so I told her, I said, I'm just blown away. And I'm, hoping that several of these people may already be on BAMP. Um, Bye, Angela. Yeah, me too, Heidi. And I told her, I was like, I'm going to kind of encourage, especially the smaller ones, to get on Vamp. Because some of them are just like me and they're just on YouTube and it's part time or whatever. And she was like, wait, you're not even on Vamp. She's asked me a couple of times. She said, what's the hang up? And I said, the hang up is the listing and the calculated shipping. And she said, you're already doing all of that. You're already doing all that when you ship. And I was like, no, because I don't do the shipping until I bundle it up and decide how much bubble wrap I'm going to use, and then seeing what box it goes in. And I have horrible spatial perception. I can't tell you what, 8 by 10 looks like, or 4 by 6. I can't tell you what 200 feet is. I have to work with it, and so she was like, you're already doing it. You're already doing it. So I think that Dolores is going to try to kind of show me some things. And then if her nerves can take it, then I will see about like what kind of words do I use, and what all I have to put in there. Is more information too much, or do I just don't know. I just don't know because I haven't done it in so long. It was so easy 20 years ago, y'all. Me and my dad were Me and my dad were pumping stuff out 20 years ago. I mean, just anything. Me and my big daddy. And now I just told her, I said, I'm a chicken. I'm pretty jump in with both feet on most things, but if I don't think I'm gonna be good at it, or if it's gonna um if I'm just not gonna be able to wrap my head around it sometimes, that's when the doubt comes in. So Vamp is very easy listing and it's not a problem. Shipping is easy. Can come along next time to the auction has been one. Yes, come on. I don't know when they're so I think they had a really small one, and I don't even know if it was at the auction house. I just saw some pictures. So I don't know if they did it like a garage sale. I'm not certain. But I probably won't go again for ugh, a while because I just have to process all of this stuff throughout the booth, through live sales, and seeing if I can process. Sometimes more is just more. It is okay to not sell everywhere. Yeah. Um, and that too, I do work a full-time job. And then YouTube, if anybody does YouTube, that that's a full-time job. And all of the other things that I do, you just sometimes feel like if I list two things, I need to list five things. And if I list five things, I should be listing 10 things. And I have all of this stuff to list, and I need to keep going, keep going. And that's originally how I felt about YouTube videos is that, oh, I put out a video, once every 2 weeks, and I got a video up. And then I was like, oh, you really need to be putting out more videos. So I just went overboard and put out videos like all the time. And then that was way too much. And so I dialed back and happily settled on one video a week, and then I do enjoy doing the two lives. That's why I did the auction series because I had so many videos, y'all, that y'all have been watching once a week until March. And the content is old by then. So, and I do like to, oh, thank you, Miss Martha. Does that mean you're going to come and see me? Because I have a package here for you that's been here for a while. Uh, yeah, I agree, Sandy. Um, don't do pressured into doing more. Yeah, and I think it's an internal pressure. I don't think it's anybody. I think it's me that, oh, do more, do more, do more. And I painted for the first time. I redid a piece. When was that? Monday or Tuesday? I've been trying to get this. I thrifted a beautiful the Lord's Prayer, a beautiful picture. I thrifted it 2 or 3 years ago, and I was going to hang it in the bedroom. Never got around to hanging it. And then I was like, today's the day. I'm going to hang this picture. So I found the spot that I wanted it. I was putting it up there, and I was like, ugh, it's like a honey oak. And I would really like it to match my furniture, which is very, very dark. It's almost like a dark cherry. It's very dark. So I was like, girl, you can fix that. You used to make furniture. You can fix this. So I went out there, cleaned it off, and put the stain to an exact match. I was able to exactly match it. And I hung it in my bedroom, and it's beautiful. So I already have another piece out there that I had to take down when my house flooded and we had to do a complete renovation. And I've been wanting that mirror back up there for now 2 to 3 years. So it is out there, and the humidity is good for painting. And so my first thing is get the Christmas lights up, but I want to clean that piece. I have to let that dry. I have to paint it, and then do all the distressing and make the aging, make it antiquing like I like it, and then hang that sucker. So I'm really excited about possibly getting some furniture done. I have zero furniture in my booth. Every time I put a piece of furniture in my booth, it is gone within 2 to 3 weeks because I had a whole bunch of little tables, and apparently little tables is a thing right now. And I'm putting them cheap. Like, oh, and the other day, I'm going to tell you, if you were on live when I was contacted about the wicker piece, The lady has not decided yet. I told her 75. That's what the chat and all decided, because it was at it was $100 piece. But it was a nightstand with a drawer and everything, a white wicker piece. And I told her 75. And when I went there the other day, it was still there. And I asked about it, and she said, well, she hasn't decided. And I said, okay, well, just let me know if she does, because I have to have something to replace it. So I did take two other tables. So I've now taken a total of three other tables. Yeah, three other tables over there. So we'll see. We'll see how those do. But all right, y'all. Thank you so much for being with me today. Thank you for all of the help, y'all, in the chat. Thank you for going through this auction series with me. There is a playlist. Yeah, those tables are in my booth. And I've got two tables are $20. One is like a 70s. I guess it would be like a TV stand because it has the metal legs and it's the wood with the opening. I don't know, it's really weird, but it's rectangular like this. It's short, but it has the metal legs. I put 25 on it because it needs to be redone. And I don't have time to redo it. I was going to redo it, but I decided not to. So I've got a 20 and $25 on some pieces, and I'm sure they'll be going quickly. But oh, thank you so much, Sandy. I appreciate you. And thank you for everybody who already paid their invoices. I just sent out all invoices for the last couple of sales yesterday. I was going to do it today, but it's not raining right now. So I'm going to do the lights. We're going to get out there and do lights. I only have two more, and they just haven't had time to see the invoices, and those will go out tomorrow. So let me tell you what's coming up. There will be a video on Tuesday. It's an older Goodwill, but it is a Goodwill, and there's a question. I want to see what y'all think about something that I saw there. And then on Thursday, Brigia and I are going to be doing a live sale here on my channel at 5 p.m. 5 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Eastern. Brigia and I are going to be doing that. And the first Tuesday in December is going to be our Tuesday's Treasures with Vintage and Vino over on Jerry's channel. It's her turn this time to host. And let me just say, she gave a theme, and I really stretched the borders of that theme. I was like, so she was like, keep stretching it, girl. But in December, I am going to have a Christmas ephemera. I have some handmade Christmas. They're written and they're handmade cards from the 1800s. I have Christmas ephemera. I have Christmas jewelry sale coming up. And I also have a Christmas ornament sale. So the first Sunday in December, it's going to be a Christmas ornament sale. And a lot of these, well, all of these are, I'm not going to say all, I'm going to say 95% are vintage little wooden ornaments, some glass ornaments, I got some glass ornaments that are discontinued from Pier 1. So I'm going to do all Christmas ornaments. There may be a couple that's lotted. So y'all join me next Sunday for that Christmas ornament sale. And don't forget that on the 12th, right, Miss Martha? If you're still here, Martha from Vintage Conversation and Tammy from Vintage Uprising Texas, they're doing their third annual Ho Ho Holiday. That's how I have to say it because I mess it up. Ho Ho Holiday Tree Collab. So posting a picture of your tree, videoing you decorating a tree. I'm going to I think I'm going to do my kitchen tree this year, Martha. I haven't done that one yet. So I'm going to cross my fingers that I can get that done this week. And I'm also trying to do the collab with Aaron and Misty and Alex. But that's on the 1st. I'm not making no promises about that one. So yes, and you're going to use the hashtag Ho Ho Holiday Tree Collab 3. So yeah, I think by the 12th, I'll have my life together. I should be able to do that one, Martha. So thanks again, y'all. I really appreciate you being here. I hope to see you again. I know I'll see some of you in the chats and the other lives, and I hope you'll join me back again on Tuesday for the video and Thursday for the live sale with Bree. Until next time, y'all stay pretty and be sweet. Bye. Have a great Sunday.